Welcome back, everyone, to another Cheap Labor Podcast episode. My name is Justin, and as always is my brother Jacob. And today we're doing a very special episode. Today we're doing a couples-themed episode with our parents, with my dad, my mom, and then Julian on the soundboard. Can you hit us with the soundboard, Julian?
What are we about to eat at?
You got mom's camera on, right?
I think so, yeah. Let me double check. Yeah, let's
make sure everything's in order.
Camera remote. Oh yeah, we're good.
Is the kiss cam on?
No kiss cams. No kiss cams.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so we asked questions from Instagram and YouTube, and we got over 15 questions, and that's very good. We Jacob hit us up with the first question.
All right, so first question comes from your godson, King Daniel 2335. What was the least favorite food while they were growing up? Your least favorite food?
Beans. I don't like beans. I'm sorry.
I didn't eat it a lot, but when your grandma would make it.
Is it liver?
Liver.
Yeah. You don't like the smell.
Yeah.
It's delicious and full of iron.
Yeah, I don't mind liver. It
smells
just chewy.
It smells nice sometimes, but I can't eat it as the meat as it is personally.
No.
It's delicious.
Question two,
so question number 2 comes from Cheap Labor's third member, Isaiah Valle.
Oh, Isaiah.
What is the most embarrassing Justin story?
Embarrassing?
Yeah, I'm assuming when I was a little boy or last week or something.
When he fell out of the kids, remember?
Yes. So we used to live in a duplex, right? And we had the old school spring doors, the ones that just latches, And he was always in his underwear, just how my baby boy rolled. And he had his little, was it the rock that he had?
Yeah, his toy.
He was into the wrestling figurines, so he had the little rock figurine in his hand, and kids kept passing by. We lived in a community where there was a lot of kids playing, and he kept making noises trying to get their attention. And he was about, I don't even think Jacob was born yet. So he was probably 2.5, not even 3 yet, because Jacob wasn't even around. Sorry, boo-boo. And and I don't know what he did, and he's all, "Hey, you kids, it's me, a boy," and then he popped open
too much,
and he popped out in his underwear, and he's all. It was funny, but he was embarrassed. But luckily, he don't remember, right?
No, luckily I don't remember.
So
funny.
that's probably the most embarrassing. Ask me about the other kids. Oh, I got more embarrassing ones.
Then another time when you
he just said one.
when you fell at Disneyland. Remember that one?
Right after your mother told you to get off from where you were not supposed to be sitting,
On a
right?
chain or something.
I'm fine. And then he swings and right in the noggin.
Ouchies.
What a
All
fun
right.
start.
Question number 3 comes from Cheap Labor's Isaiah. Which child was the most calm and which was the most craziest?
They already know the answer. Jacob was my absolute angel. He came into this world quickly, okay? I ain't gonna go into all of that, but he came into this world quickly and with his eyeballs wide open, smiling.
All 5 of them.
Yeah.
Don't hate.
Is it the sleepwalking eyes?
No, there were cute dreamy eyes.
Oh.
Puss in Boots.
Oh.
Those eyes, not
kitty
creepy eyes. Your creepy eyes came in later.
No, I can't.
But anyways, he was just sweet as pie. I would sit him. He would entertain himself. He was just mellow. Now, crazy. He already knows who was crazy.
If you see him on the camera, he knows he's screwed.
God damn it! Wow, really? So it was Julian. Sorry, mi amor, but you were terrible. Lord knows why he was the third one. Because Justin wasn't a sweet treat either, but you are aight. Justin was very what's the word that I want to say and not come off as rude? He was just a hyper baby. Like he was all over the place. He was a handful, and he was a little grouch, which doesn't really change anything from now. But he wasn't getting into things. None of my kids, thank God, were destructive. Like they didn't, mess things up or rip things up or break. Now,
Play with
did
dead
they
animals.
Did they get into things? Yes. Hello, they're kids. But Julian was absolutely the worst. I remember going to Walmart with Rosa, and at this time we didn't have a Walmart close to us, so we had to go to the next city, which wasn't far. I remember I was exhausted because all he wanted was me. I know, I'm a treat. He just wanted mommy because I was a treat. And I remember... Daddy dear is calling me. I'm sorry. You have to come back. He's not crying. Like, we literally took 10 minutes to get to the store. We just had to come back. And I came home and he was all... he couldn't even breathe because he was screaming. Yeah, that's exactly. And it was just because he wanted me. So, sorry, boo-boo kitty, but
Mama's
you were
boy.
terrible.
Okay, so question number 4 comes from Justin's girlfriend, Kiara.
Oh, love Kiara.
If you could change something about your guys' story, what would it be? We're getting deep. We talked about food. Now,
Our story?
yeah, like your guys' like come up, I guess you can say, on how you guys got married and everything.
I think, well, for me, the biggest thing, I really did want a church marriage from the beginning. Yes, I know. We did not get married through the church. We got married in Las Vegas.
Very good.
Because of the implication.
No, there was no implications. There was no implications, and let's clarify, Justin got here 2 years after we were married. Just, 2 years? I'm shutting it down right now. But where I'm getting at is I wish we would have been more patient. I was ready to elope, but he would not allow that because he knew it was just going to cause all kinds of turmoil with our family.
Because of the implication.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
But because of our age, I was 18 and you were 22. What the? I know, right? The priest wouldn't marry us. They wanted us to go this whole year thing, and it was this big old thing. So I absolutely loved our ceremony. It was beautiful. One of the biggest things when we talked to he was a reverend, right? Mm-hmm. We said it's very important to include God. Oops, sorry. It was very important to include God into our ceremony, and he did an amazing job. I think that's the only thing that I would change. I did love my wedding, but I wish that we would have done the church, like we have been taught to do, because we knew that that was the right way. We did do it after baby boy came, number 2. And we had him baptized and our wedding vows blessed. So so y'all know, yes, we are married through the church. But I think for me, that's...
I am the root of all good.
Yes, you make things happen, boo.
The white knight.
With the dreamy eyes.
Vanilla gorilla.
Really? That's not nice.
That was perfect. Do it again for mom and dad.
Jacob's.
Extra thick!
Wow. Hi.
Yeah, okay, his butt.
I do 100 squats.
Oh my.
Keep it
Okay. Next question,
Alright, next
please.
question, Jacob.
So, on a different topic, this one comes from Jarrett from UB. He asked,
Where's my super suit?
oh my goodness.
Love you, Jared. Sorry.
He asks, can you ask Jacob to stop calling me Frozone?
Oops. I guess I answered that question, dude. Sorry, but
It's uncanny. Come on.
when the shoe fits, buddy.
So, you're not, I'm sorry.
So that's
Jarrett,
gonna be a no.
But it's never gonna happen. And I'd say,
Stop calling him.
Wow, Daddy spoke.
I have spoken.
okay, yeah, I'll stop calling. I will stop calling you, but I can't
Promise
tell
our
you about
mom.
every other UB student that sees the uncanny similarity between you. Love you, Jared, though. The second one comes from him as well. How did you make your kids so awesome?
Wow. That's a good question. I would like to say teamwork.
On accident. Just kidding.
Really?
Accident.
They weren't born this way. It took a lot of hard times and berrinches and whatnot. But I think if I could say anything, it's that we parented always as a team.
Yeah.
Whether in the heat of the moment we didn't agree on the way things were, we never discussed things in front of the kids, at least when they were young. Now they're all over the frickin' place, so it's kind of like hard. But I think teamwork is what got our kids to be, and I'm sorry, just like anybody, I held my kids accountable for the things they did. There was no empty what?
To threats.
You know, and it's not like we threatened our kids. Yes, our kids did fear us. So I'm sorry if you didn't fear your parents, then I'm sorry. To me, I don't know what that is. I feared my parents. You know,
and we'd always say, act like you want to get invited over again.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that philosophy kind of works in the sense of like we're not like afraid to tell you anything. We're as open as like as a book with you guys and everything, and it's not like we fear you or like we say something and then we're like, oh, like someone's gonna deck us in the back of the head. I think you guys did a really good job with that too.
Well, thank you.
You did a good job raising us because they're so awesome.
Right? But you know what? And it does take a whole team to do this, you know? So yes, they did participate in being disciplined. I'm just kidding. Yeah. But no, I think it's a huge thing for you as parents to be on the same page. That's definitely key. Okay. You know, to be on the same page. And the way that I grew up, I hated porque dije. What does that mean? Because I said so. I hated that freaking thing. My mom used it, my dad used it, and I hated it. So when him and I, before we even, what did I say?
No, Mom said my dad, and then Dad clarified your grandpa.
Wow.
No, your grandpa.
No, I know your dad would just say no.
and you'd ask him why not?
Oh, he did the same thing.
Yeah, I think that was just an old school way of like, because I'm the parent and I said so. So when your dad and I would talk about it, I go, that's one thing that I don't want to do. I'm going to say, you may not like it, you will respect it, and you will follow it because these are my reasonings. You don't have to like it, but this is what it is. Yeah. Regardless of it, you guys can say we explained why, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was, to me, maybe it's not a big deal for them and they still think it's stupid, but I felt like I was giving them an actual reasoning instead of porque dije. So, anyways.
This next question comes from a friend of mine from high school named Ivan. He said, this one's directed to you, Dad. Who is the man of the house?
Me.
Nothing else? Just me?
You have to be.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
I mean, me and your mom have an understanding on what our roles are in this marriage. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not a, you know, I could be a pushover in certain things.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm I'm the man.
Are straight
I'm the
up.
man of the house, right?
Yes.
And she knows it.
You are straight up, yeah.
You're the man.
Nice
Right?
job, Julie.
This next question comes from your nephew, Matthew Rendon. He asks, would they trade one of you for a girl?
No, girls are drama and got attitude. I'd be in jail. Jesus Christ knows why I got males. Because I would be, just like my mama, slap the bejeebies out of me for the attitude and the eye rolling. I would be in jail. Sorry. But
Yeah.
I would not trade my kids for a girl. I am blessed by what I was given.
And I
Very
you
true.
know, I had
And
nothing
you too?
but brothers, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. I wouldn't know how.
And we drama. I don't need another me. Hey, no, thank you. I already got a mini me, but I don't need another me with the hormones. No, gracias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine if one of
no.
us were girls.
I thought
Sorry.
Julian was going to be a girl when Mom was
I
pregnant
always
with
thought he
him.
was a boy. I always thought he was going to be a little boy. I'm a boy.
Boy.
And then I never saw Like I can't even imagine if Justin was like if I had an older sister.
And just the bond that you guys have as brothers, to me, is amazing. You know what I mean? The age difference. So you guys are 3 years apart. You're 4 years apart, and you're 6 or 7 years apart.
Like 7.
7 years apart. And even though there is that gap in between you guys have an amazing bond. But we have to take some credit for that because we've always made you respect each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? You guys mess around, but never have you guys ever gotten into full-blown fist fights or whatever?
Not really.
Other than WWE type
well,
stuff that me and
okay,
Julian
now
do,
when you,
no.
yeah, but what I'm saying is we've taught you guys to respect each other, right? And you guys you guys have each other's back. And for us, that is the biggest gift as a parent, that to see that our children get along so great, they respect each other, and they're clowns. Yeah. You guys are clowns, and I love it.
Yeah.
And you would tell me, right?
Is that right, Julian?
Yeah.
Yeah. This it's a third and final question from Isaiah. There's more. This was his third question.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Most embarrassing Jacob story. Dad's got one.
Are you talking about the Buccaneer?
No, I'm
Picnic?
talking about
oh goodness! So go. No, say your story.
the Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh, little fuck. I mean, sorry. See?
Uncensored.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jacob was around maybe 5, 6 years old, if that.
Was Julian?
No, Julian. I don't think Julian.
So then he was 4.
So yeah,
he was 4 because we didn't have Julian.
And we were at the Burlington Coat Factory, and Jacob wandered into the toy area, and he grabbed something, and he says, "I want this." And I believe you were already going to the register, and we both said, "No, you've had enough. You've gotten enough stuff." And you said, "But I want it." And I go, sorry, bud, not gonna happen today."
Yeah.
And you dropped the toy and went boneless.
Ooh.
And just folded backwards and screamed loud.
And mind you, he's 4. He had never.
Yeah.
He had never ever done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was I just looked at you is he really freaking doing this right now?
Yeah.
And I just gave Daddy the look because Daddy knew what the look was. And what did you do?
I picked you up, still boneless. You were still boneless. I'm holding you like this, and you're,
I'm noodling.
screaming, trying to, and then you start moving around and
floppy fish.
Yeah.
I was Harlem shaking.
And everyone's just looking like I'm kidnapping you or something.
Oh.
And
I deserve the RKO.
And I'm taking you out the door, and I open up the car, and I sit you in your car seat, and I'm buckling you up, and I go, "You better be quiet, or
I'd
else."
smack the crap out of
or
you,
else.
just so you know.
Yeah.
And you kind of just realized you
You
weren't gonna get the toy. You lose. Yeah. you weren't getting the toy. You were buckled in the car. End game right there.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
I saw my,
and you kind of mellowed out, but you were still doing the, the face, And
You're gonna get soundbite that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my story is different.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't embarrassing for him, but it was embarrassing as heck for me.
Yeah, me too.
So Jacob was probably about 2.5 because he was fully potty trained. Never had an issue with him in the potty training. Well, I never had an issue with these two. Mr. Soundbite over there, good Lord. But anyways, we were actually at Buccaneer Park, and it was Olivia's birthday. They had a beach theme party birthday. Mm-hmm. So what we did was everybody bought their picnic blankets, if I remember correctly, or maybe I just did because, I had little ones. And we sat down and we're eating, and all of a sudden, homie thinks it's a good idea. Right in the park, okay? In the park, we're all eating. Everybody's in their own little, section. And I think she had some tables, but we were on a picnic blanket. Homeboy gets up, pulls his pants down, turns around, and just starts pissing.
What the?
Exactly. A little history on that. We never taught him to pee outside. I understand that it's totally okay for boys to pee outside when an emergency comes, but I never got my boys accustomed to, because I hated people that peed outside of their house. Because my next door neighbors, somebody's friends, when they all used to hang out, and they pissed everywhere. I would have to go and regar in the morning, water the dirt, because that's what we had to do. That's what Mom did. And it would smell like piss. So that was one of my biggest thing was, I don't want my kids pissing outside like their dogs. There's a freaking bathroom. If it's an emergency, absolutely.
What's it, dogs?
So we get home, and Dad was still with us. And I come home. Oh, so anyways, he busted out, and I'm like, Jacob, seriously? I'm going to stop. And I pulled his pants up. And then everybody's like, I don't think everybody saw. I think maybe whoever was close. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? I have to go pee. Tito lets me. And I said, oh, Tito's going to get it. So when we came home, Dad was eating. And I said, oh, Papa. And, I'm talking to him in Spanish.
Rice, I'm guessing.
Right? Chicken. He's I go, guess what Jacob did? I go, remember how many times I've asked you not to allow the kids to pee outside because I want them to know that there's a restroom unless it's an emergency? Yeah. I go, we were sitting having a picnic, and your boy over here pulled his pants down in front of everybody and just started pissing away while everybody's eating. And
You turn the camera off, and I'll be naked when you come back.
yeah, that's exactly what he was. So
Oh my God.
your tita was like, oh, and I go, that's why. I'm not just being a jerk. This is why. He doesn't know how to, and that was one of our things. When you're little, you don't know how to distinguish, like, oh, appropriate or not. And so that was embarrassing for me.
Yeah, or when
I
he
get that.
peed at the water.
Dude,
Oh,
all
yeah.
I do is pee.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
Yeah. We were at a water slide party, and he was, again, about two years old. And
I'll go where I want.
and he goes in the water, and he comes out, and I think he got mad. Didn't he get mad? Or I don't,
It
you know
was
what?
time to eat. Or
I'm
something.
it's time to get out.
Mommy
We're
about
gonna
to
eat.
eat it.
And we go out, and I said, come. And I go, what are you doing?
It was a hot day too.
And I go, what are you doing? I go, we need to get out, because I think we had just gotten there, because they weren't even wet yet. That's why I was pissed. Because they weren't even wet. We just got there, and I said, nobody, you can't. I'm on nobody, you can't go in. We have to go and, say hi to the host and, whatever. And he's all. So then he just stares at me, and here comes the host and everybody. And I remember it was Jason, starts laughing, and I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, your kid is straight out pissing. And he thought it was funny, and it was his kid's birthday, his daughter's birthday. And I just looked at, and Jacob just looked at me like, what? So I grabbed him and
Through your shorts.
threw his shorts, swimming trunks. So I just grabbed him, and I
We
looked.
weren't in the pool.
No, we weren't. So I just grabbed him, and there was like a little way that you would walk. It was like the little pathway, and it was full of water. So I just grabbed him, and I dunked him in all the way. And he used to hate getting dunked in head first. And I'm like, oh, you want to piss?
Head first.
I didn't do head first.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
I didn't do head first. I just dunked him all in. He was all, and I'm like, think about peeing again like that. Oh, that's disgusting.
Or I'll drown you.
And everyone was all like, I was so pissed, because he did it just because he was upset. So yeah.
I didn't want to say that. I don't even know who Jason is.
Well, you don't. You were little. Yeah. Well,
Okay, Mr. Engine. All right. These next 4 questions come from your niece Sophie.
hey.
She says, "What is something you don't know about each other?"
Goodness.
That Dad robbed banks
He's not iced tea.
when he was 25. And
I
I
don't
got
know.
news for you.
I'm bored.
I don't know. I think you know absolutely everything about me. Oh wait.
Something.
Do you know that when I was little, I was a bedwetter?
like me.
Yeah.
You didn't even wait for the bed. You just wetted everything.
Oh no, we had talked about that because we were both bedwetters.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, that's where I get it from.
That's where you get it, boo.
me and Julian got that
Yeah,
from me. Justin
no.
was good.
Not Justin.
Little- Bedwet.
Yeah. Let's see.
Context.
No.
Is
Sonitos going on in Tita's room.
What is it?
I'm just hearing. Oh,
She's probably watching Enamorándonos or
Novelas.
something like that.
Novelas.
oh yeah.
No, I can't think of anything.
Any
yet.
gang
We know each
banging?
other inside out.
Any gang banging? that
You
Excuse me?
Well, that didn't sound.
any gang banging, mom?
Any what?
gang banging.
Ew.
He's thinking
You're
of
a gang?
the gang members.
No.
Okay, Jacob. Next question.
Right? I'm all
Next
ew.
question. Next question from Sophie is most random thing you love about each other.
Oh.
Most random. Okay, you're gonna go first because I keep going first. Because I have to think about it.
Give me this.
That's a good way.
Sorry.
Pull my hair.
Sorry. I like how I pull your
I saw Jillian's ears
most
perk
random
up.
thing. Her laugh. It's
It's intoxicating.
no. It's you can't but laugh yourself when she's going off like that.
What about mom's sneeze?
Good answer.
No, the sneeze is kind of scary actually.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's not my fault that I shoved something up my nose and my mom decided to throw pepper up my nose and screwed my sinuses shut. I blame that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's something
he
he didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't
you
know
didn't
you-
know that?
we didn't know the
okay,
origin
see,
of
that
your
you didn't know.
sneeze.
See, it would come up. It was something. It was something that I shoved up my nose.
That's
I got a 2-for-1 on this one.
Mm-hmm. I think the most random thing that I love about my husband is that every morning he kisses me goodbye. He wakes
Oh.
You are gay.
me up. Wow. So what better way to start my day with my beloved's kiss?
How nice. So
He
sweet.
wakes me and I'm still okay because I'm not a morning person because I'm okay to be woken up by his kiss. And it's every day without a fail.
Very cool. Very nice. Question number 3 is how do you know when the other is mad without saying anything?
The look on each other's face.
I would say those nostrils that like want to inhale me. Ooh, Gary Kukui. That Gary.
You get the flavor.
Yeah, when you know you're pissing off daddy over here, just look at those nostrils. Me, I'm sorry, I have no poker face. You know, before I even express my feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're if you're on the phone and like mad, we know not to like come in for like the next 10 minutes. Just let you cool down.
I'm glad you've learned.
See, it's a learning process.
Relax,
right.
triggered kids.
The last question from Sophie is impersonate each other.
Yeah, can you guys impersonate each other?
Oh, you're gonna go first. Then I'll determine how nice I am. I'm just kidding.
Dad's gonna sleep on the couch.
Let me see. I'll impersonate mom when she's watching one of her shows, and there's a big reveal. Oh, damn!
That's a good one, actually.
And you see it coming miles away
Aw.
because some of these shows.
It's the predictability of
Yeah.
reality shows. Yeah, I can understand that.
she's like, like it's so.
I'm
like,
sorry that I'm into my show.
Yeah, especially
What can go
the-
on with Little Women of L.A.?
No, like the haves and have-nots.
Oh
Like,
man,
you know, when
yeah,
she
I
all
could. I saw that before. A
The
lot of
dialogue in that show's so funny. One of the guys goes, "I should have pimp slapped that hoe." I'm like,
Right?
someone said that?
It's a Tyler Perry show. We
Yeah.
can't expect much.
Tyler Perry.
But he's a good
I'm
man.
gonna have to think of how I'm gonna impersonate. How about I impersonate his road rage driving?
Yes.
It's not quite rage. It's more like
It's a
So
stare.
please don't
Angry.
cut my husband off.
No.
Please
Last thing.
don't slam your brakes in front of him because he legit puts the gas, tries, and he thinks he's gonna kill him with a stare. And I'm like, really?
You stare at look at the camera when you do
Oh.
it.
But like this.
Get
He
your
turns
stare.
around.
Get your stare, Dad. Like, let's say somebody just like blatantly
I
cut
mean-
you off.
I want to see what this idiot looks like that doesn't know how to drive.
What if it was like a student,
Or like a family
Like-
member.
A family member.
a family member? That would be
That's
more.
even worse.
Yeah, that
Like,
would
who
be a little
taught
bit
you
worse.
how to drive?
And my husband's very calm. I know many of you know that,
Mm-hmm.
but he got road rage. Don't.
That's the best stuff,
And
though.
knock on wood, I'm a very good driver.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah. So-
Yes, you are.
Does
But
road rage differ? Like if you saw somebody and it was like a student driver, would you be like, oh, okay, I'll give him a pass on this
well,
one?
he would be
that-
mad dogging the instructor because the instructor should be
Oh.
telling him what to do. Yeah.
No, if I see
But
this-
yeah, and when I mean road rage, I want to clarify. He's not over there chasing the car and trying
Yeah.
to, drive it
Pop its
off the
tires.
embankment or whatever. He just literally just gives them the look, like.
So dad has many looks.
That looks. The nostril flare.
Can you do the blue steel, Dad?
That's not fun.
Don't try it.
Wow.
We have two
That's
questions
rude.
remaining. This one is from your brother, Dad, my tío Fabian. Just tell your dad I miss him.
I miss them too. I mean, every time I
How
go
about you
over there,
call him on the telephone?
Well, every time I go over there, he's not there. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
we all have things to do, but
Last question comes from Victor Martinez.
Oh, Victor.
What was the transition like from couples to parents, and were there any tough parts?
Mm,
well, when it was just us two before kids,
Yeah.
Obviously we didn't, need a curfew, like unless
Yeah.
we were going to work the next day.
You gonna go clubbing?
No, I mean, no, not like that, but we'd stay up and
Getting
watch
drunk.
TV, go to Kana's apartment. that one
oh,
time.
Lord have mercy.
And
That doesn't sound
That
right.
doesn't sound good.
We
Because
got
of the implication.
drunk, like bad drunk.
yeah,
And
she had to call in.
I had to call in because back then I used to work Sundays and I was barfing my brains out because somebody thought it was a good idea that after I had some 40s, because yes, I'm ghetto. I used to drink 40s. And they were even more ghetto because they had Thunderbird and they were drinking it with that fake orange juice. It wasn't even Tampico, okay? It was that other nastiness. And all I know, it was just... And I was sick, and everybody at work, oh my God, she's probably pregnant. And I'm like, dude, no, I'm hungover. But I couldn't say that because I had called in.
She's probably pregnant.
No, I was not.
That's the first. That's the first thing that people think of. Oh, she's pregnant.
Well, because we had just gotten married, and
Oh,
growing up
so they thought it
equals
was- yeah.
pregnancy. Yeah, and it wasn't. We were drunk.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
we just.
It was just not fun,
Too hard,
and it was just ridiculous. But yeah,
So like maybe just acting a little bit more like
More
or less
mature.
adult like in that sort
Yeah.
of sense, and then when kids came in, it was
Yeah,
like
'cause
okay,
it's
now
a
we have to.
responsibility.
yeah, and one of the biggest things with us in that perspective when our kids came along, we had them, we made them, we take care of them.
Yeah.
So we were never about, pawning off our kids just because whatever. No, we did go out, but it wasn't like a daily thing, you know what I mean? Or a weekly thing. We did try, don't get me wrong, my nieces and my mom and my dad, they helped us
Oh, yeah.
immensely with the kids. But for the most part, it was while we were working. And some fun times, because Daddy and I have always been big on, having date night, keeping, all of this, good. And it's
You ugly.
and that's why you're here.
Oh.
But anyways, so we did. I'm not gonna say people never watched our kids because yeah, we went to Christmas parties and a lot of places that didn't allow kids. But once our kids came, all that tapered off, and now that the kids are older, thank God, we're able to gallivant as we please.
Very
But
cool.
it's COVID, so we're not.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that was the last of the questions from our followers and everything. Do you have any questions for Mom?
I do not. Julian, do you have any questions?
No.
No.
Well, I got one actually. What is your guys' most fondest memory together in Oceanside? Because all I remember my memories are from San Marcos, but I don't know what it was like before kids. Like while you guys were dating, what was like?
While we were dating, or already?
Like, how'd you know you got? She was the one.
No, not like that.
How did you know I was the one, mi amor? That was cute, huh?
Yeah.
He liked my Daisy Dukes. Whee!
Yeah. And I basically look like this guy over here.
No, you did not.
Yeah,
When I started dating you, you did not look like that. Remember,
Like a 14-year-old boy.
you did not look like that. You had facial
I
hair,
had a
and
little
you
bit
were
of
quite a Tubbs. Remember that.
Oh,
Yeah, see, so don't.
Right,
Dad was extra thick, Julian.
Extra thick!
Yeah.
Did he look like a
No,
kid
but
that
before,
we know?
when I was in high school,
Well, yeah, but he's talking about.
I was athletic then.
Oh yeah.
Sadly, it's gone.
But
So my deepest memories, not my childhood, but in my relationship with your dad, is when we lived at the duplex. That was our number one place. Because when we first got married, we lived in an apartment. I had to wait till my lease was over with my roommates. That was kind of a disaster. and it was fine because it was only 1 month. And then we moved into an apartment, and it was a 1-bedroom apartment, which was perfect, but it was an apartment. Parking sucked. I hated the whole laundry situation. And then we moved into a house at Oceanside, which that was a nightmare because we had a crazy ex-girlfriend of a brother-in-law that lived across and loved to taunt us. We didn't last there. And then when we moved,
Aren't you like what?
like I ain't
Like-
gonna get into it.
like you guys
Yeah.
are Padres fans and they're Dodger fans.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, makes sense.
And it was a duplex. We loved that duplex. It was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. We only had Justin at that time, and it was just cozy. It was one of our most comfortable homes. It was perfect for what we were.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, once you came, they decided to sell the house, I think, or the owners were going to
owners
come
were
out,
coming back.
and so we had to leave.
We literally got back from the hospital. And your mom said, "Go check the mail," because it was a couple of days.
And I'm sure I said please.
And yeah. And first thing I
Now.
grab is the
No.
the rental property like paper saying that we have to be out
Oh,
because they're the owners.
And
are
our
coming.
lease was going to be up, so basically telling us that we're going to renew it. So that's my fondest memory. If we go into childhood, that's different because it's, my childhood
we'll
home.
probably try to ask some childhood questions when we have like one of your sisters on, just so we
Okay.
can get some
Sounds, oh
cool
goodness, that'd be
clarification
interesting.
and stuff like that.
That'll be interesting.
But I'm good with questions. I think we're good on time as well. This is a good episode.
Awesome. Always a
Thank
pleasure.
you, Julian, with the sound bites. Do the one that I'm thinking about.
Oh my.
I'm not trying to get smacked.
Joey doesn't want to get smacked.
You're the good son.
Okay. Well, he did a good job on the soundboard.
Just do it once.
I'm not.
There you go.
Thank you for you guys taking some time out of your day. Busy, long day for you guys. We're filming this at night, so it took some
You
time
can't
to
tell
do
by
this.
the mood lighting.
Oh yeah, the Hamoud lighting. Very cool. Very cool to have you guys on here. We definitely would want you guys back on here for other episodes, and maybe when Isaiah comes,
Absolutely.
we can get more stuff like
and
that.
it's always a pleasure. I totally love to encourage what you guys are doing. It's good, honest, productive,
Yeah.
Funny.
dorky. I love what you guys do to keep busy and to do the best that you can with what's going on in our world. So I appreciate all the hard work and all the fancy equipment, even though I'm irritated that they didn't want to put the strobe lighting on the
We're
lights.
gonna give all of America seizures that are gonna
all
watch
like.
Because I
all
was ready.
20
I
26
was
of our
getting ready to
viewers.
pretend I was at the club, and they vetoed it. Sorry, guys.
it. Well, thank you nonetheless for taking time and everything. So I'll give it back to Justin so he can send us off.
Yeah, thank you, Mom and Dad, for showing up on our podcast again. This was fun. And thank you, Julian, for being our soundboard. This was your first time being behind the camera like this. What was your favorite soundboard? Like, hit us with your closing sound.
What are we about to eat it?
I knew it. Robert
because that
TJ.
was his line when he was little.
Still today.
I'm hungry, Mom. And the little sneaky boo-boo over here would always say it with Tita because he knew if Tita heard her bebé was hungry,
Oh,
she would
yeah.
go and, déjalo, le compramos Madonnas. Really? Oh, he knew. I'm
Mickey
hungry,
D's.
Mom.
Yes.
But anyways.
So on that note,
that's a good one. Well,
yeah,
thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Killian.
thank you everyone. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hamut?